Well, good afternoon. And welcome to the Ignite Conference. My name is Jeff Teper, and I have the privilege of representing the Office, OneDrive, and of course the SharePoint team to talk about content collaboration across Microsoft 365. We've got 45 minutes. I have 24 demo vignettes. It's a little insane, so I'm not going to go too fast, too slow at the beginning. Let's get going. I do want to start where Satya kicked us off today. Microsoft, with Microsoft 365, we're striving to be your trusted provider for digital transformation. And that comes with a comprehensive set of services, an experience we're designing to engage users and have them love every day, and a platform that you can use to tailor it to your particular business processes. And of course, a key part of Microsoft 365 is content collaboration. And I've always thought of this very broadly when we've written our team visions. Everything from a student working on their first homework of their life in Microsoft Word, to a CEO who's trying to transform the culture of their organization through modern digital tools. And of course, the foundation for content collaboration is our content collaboration platform of SharePoint. And it does everything from lists to files to websites to business applications and much more. But as we've shared in events like this, SharePoint is not just a technology, but a community. The best community in technology that gets together, runs free SharePoint Saturday events around the world, introducing people to new technologies, not just SharePoint, but Power Apps and Teams and OneDrive and much, much more. And we've been humbled in the last few years how all of you have not just embraced the reinvention of Microsoft, but how you've re-embraced the invention of SharePoint with our new user experience and new platform. And so I'm really excited to see the response to that, not just in what you think of as the traditional web intranet part of SharePoint, but how are the content collaboration underpinnings of Office and OneDrive and Teams and Power Apps and more. So I'm incredibly excited to announce that last month we hit a major milestone, pretty unique in the SaaS industry, of 100 million monthly active users for SharePoint. All of that in the cloud. So thank you for your support. We are not resting on our laurels. In fact, we've got a lot more coming. I think I'd put it in two categories. One is things around fundamentals and feedback, things you want us to do to make the product better and simpler and more reliable and faster every day. But also things where we're imagining the possibilities, how new technologies can be used to engage your employees, to build modern solutions. So we're going to talk about both kinds of investments in 5 categories: knowledge, intranets, collaboration, our development platform, and security and administration. So let's go with the first one, which is knowledge. Satya kicked us off this morning talking about the skill gap that's critical in organizations of all sizes. The business world is moving faster than ever. There's demographic shifts. People are struggling to keep up with information. And so we've got to help in Microsoft help you harness knowledge. Some of you may know this, the trivia contest winners in the group, but the original name of the team that I created that led to SharePoint was called PKM, or Publishing and Knowledge Management. And we had visions of doing some of the things you'll see here in a second. But the technology wasn't ready. There wasn't enough computing power. There wasn't enough signals. The algorithms weren't far enough along. But I'm incredibly excited to share with you some of the things we're able to do today. But this is not just a technology, AI, machine learning, deep neural network-driven set of inventions. Of course, that's part of our inspiration. But we are customer-driven more than they're technology-driven. And so we've been working with amazing companies like Mott MacDonald, who's one of the leading engineering and consulting firms, helping organizations across the planet on complex projects. And Mott MacDonald's been part of our Insiders program for this next set of investments we've been making, helping us understand what they need to connect people to information and information to people. So I'm really excited to share next with you what Satya kicked off briefly is Project Cortex. I love how he described it. It is the first major new application we've introduced in Microsoft 365 since Microsoft Teams a couple years ago. But it's all built on SharePoint. It's connected to all the experiences across Microsoft 365. It leverages all the data, but as you'll see, it leverages the SharePoint customization for tailoring it to your organization. And so at Cortex, we're trying to do three things. One is give you information and expertise in learning in the flow of your work, in your everyday tools, so you don't have to switch away. Two, we're trying to use a set of cutting-edge AI caption technologies to capture and organize information. And three, something we've learned working with you over the years in Microsoft 365 is give you rich security and workflow capabilities so that you can govern this whole process as well as connect it to business applications. So let me next transition into showing you a couple of sides of Project Cortex. There's really two parts. One is the notion of discovery. How can people find information in their flow? And the second is capture. So we'll do the discovery part first. And as we've been describing this project to people over the last few months, one thing I've hit it on is perhaps an oversimplification, is that we'll use AI to automatically generate an enterprise wiki for you. We'll look at your content and the people and communications and respecting security. We'll generate a topic graph and associated pages that have all that knowledge. And then you can, of course, curate that as little or as much as you want for a tailored experience, and those topics will be in the flow of people's everyday work. So let's take a look. I'm a new employee. I'm overwhelmed. I'm trying to get up to speed looking at this SharePoint news article. And it's just acronyms and experts all over the place. And you can see on this page, we've automatically highlighted a couple of terms. One is core. I'll hover over it, and we see the topic card, where we've got expertise and resources and definitions, and those resources, not just documents, but videos and much more, all in the flow of my work. Let me drill up to that page and see more detail on the people, the content, SharePoint sites, including those connected to Teams, a topic graph, the gorgeous new Yammer experience for creating tailored communities around these topics, and much more. But one of the things we're really excited about is how information can connect you to people, and people can connect you to information. So Nestor here is not only an expert on core, but also the Mark 8 project. So it gives you a great way to navigate your organization. Again, all this is assembled through AI. We automatically generate this SharePoint page. You can, of course, edit it and approve it before it goes live, but it's a big time saver. We're drilling up to the Knowledge Center here, where we next see the topic graph of all the topics that are trending for you and relevant in your organization. And here we're showing how this is built on SharePoint. We're going to go ahead and add a SharePoint web part, some of which we're building specifically for Project Cortex for these learning and expertise, finding and Q&A kinds of scenarios. Now we're going to transition to finding it in the flow. I'm in Outlook. I'm looking at my profile and the standard people card in Microsoft 365, and I can see it's suggesting in Project Cortex a topic that I'm an expert on. Here I'm in Word. I'm going to highlight that project core, do a smart lookup, and without leaving Word and switching to search or anything like that, we see that same topic card in Word. And next, of course, we're in Microsoft Teams, a lot of integration there, not just finding knowledge in Teams, but contributing it. Here, our bot that we're building as part of Project Cortex sits in Teams and allows you to contribute a conversation as a best answer or best conversation for a topic. So that's a quick tour of things we're helping you do, curate the information, and then again, contribute it and expose it to users in the flow. Next, I'm going to talk about the things we're doing around content capture. More and more organizations are getting more and more digital, but you all still tell us lots of things are paper-based, and it's really hard to get things digitized. And so I'm going to show you a family of 3 technologies we use for digitization with this Project Cortex that'll be helpful for these not only knowledge graph discovery scenarios, but also business processes built on the Power Platform in Microsoft 365. So first, we've got a quick hand drawing that's got some issues with this drone. And we do OCR using Azure Computer Vision to extract the title and the problem into metadata on a SharePoint list. And you can see that being populated right there. So that's completely unstructured freehand drawing. Next, a lot of paper is following a particular pattern, and there we're using AI Builder to map a paper-based form to metadata that lives in SharePoint. And so we go in here, and you can see the form where we're highlighting different sections and mapping it to schema in the underlying SharePoint list or document library, and then using that to train the system, whereas you see here, all these other paper-based forms have now been processed with that training. And the last of the three technologies, machine teaching, if I've got something completely unstructured, but follow some sort of pattern, human experts can go through that content and mark it up. Here we're marking companies up and teaching the system that these are a set of terms that map to companies in this kind of content that's ingested. And again, that will be promoted to metadata that we can use for both knowledge discovery and workflow with things like Power Automate and Power Apps on top of that SharePoint library. So again, bringing AI, a set of AI technologies, not only to knowledge discovery, but also content capture as well. So we're really excited to see your feedback on this. As I've said, we've been working with a set of customers under NDA so far. It's now time to open it up for all of you. We want to learn a lot about the requirements you have for rolling this out. So aka.ms Project Cortex, please sign up and give us your feedback. We're really excited to see your use cases. Let's next transition to the yeah, thank you. And thank you, Naomi Moneypenny, who she created the teams, and she's awfully proud today. Her family is super proud, as they should be, of the work that she and the broader team have done. Okay, now let's talk about the internet. A lot of great progress in creating amazing intranets on the web, on a phone, parts of them inside Microsoft Teams to inform, engage your employees. And again, here we're customer-driven as well. Velux, a leading manufacturer of great products like Windows for homes, has worked with us to build a engaging modern intranet to help transform their company, transcending communications and collaboration in their offices around the world. And they've made a lot of progress with this intranet, but like all of you, they've asked us for more. And so I thought I'd pivot this part of the talk on some things we're doing that have really addressed the top-of-mind feedback from customers like Velux to make intranets easier, faster, more automated, and so forth. So we're going to show three things that are really in response to top feedback, but then I'm going to show a fourth thing that is one of these leap-ahead kinds of investments using new technologies. So the first is SharePoint home sites, our most out-of-the-box intranet we've ever created. We introduced this at the SharePoint conference. We announced it at the SharePoint conference in May. We're really excited to GA it here this week. Woohoo! This is home sites. And you'll see, we'll go through back and go through the tour of it in a little more detail. But I wanted to show how you can make this branded on the web and on the phone. Here we've got, this app's called Contoso Electronics at the top, not SharePoint, something customers have told us is pretty important to them for their home site. Now as we go through a little more detailed tour of the page, here we see the mega menu with advanced navigation, and I've split the screen so you can see how we can target that site to different roles and geographies. At the top, if you live in Prague, at the bottom, if you live in New York. But we're going beyond this. This next feature is one that we're not GAing today, but we're disclosing for the first time today, which is personalization based on the graph. Relevant conversations and content and videos and news articles. We've even grabbed internet news articles that people are talking about inside your team so you can share them more broadly. And of course, we've made video first class, and I'll shut up for this section.
All day exec briefing while I was taking notes like crazy. I gotta tell you, I'm excited for the great stuff we're doing next year. The best part, I got the all clear from the execs to give you a sneak
So that's
peek
using
at what we're
Streams, Microsoft Streams-based AI capabilities for noise cancellation. Videos first class is part of SharePoint Home out of the box, as is social, with the new Year of Yammer experience that they've introduced this week, integrated for communities inside your SharePoint intranet. And then something that's long been a source of feedback at the bottom, all the way down here, you see an expanded footer that you can customize and require to be applied to all the pages of your intranet, something we've heard over and over again we should have done a couple of years ago. We're glad to have finally done it this year. And so that's a quick tour of home sites. Next, we're going to go into search. And you've probably heard a lot already today about Microsoft Search. Let me show it to you in the context of SharePoint. Of course, we build a personal model for every single user based on their interests and activities. And here we're showing Project Cortex Topic is a best result in Microsoft Search. So those Cortex topics are integrated in the search experience as well. But we're going beyond that with new search verticals. Here's our video vertical that will have out of box for stream videos as well as videos that exist in OneDrive and SharePoint. And we'll have custom videos. We've got Microsoft Graph connectors. We're announcing those this week from us and partners. Here's one for ServiceNow, where we've got knowledge base articles curated in the search experience. Another area long asked for is customization. People have said, please let me customize your new search experience. It's like one of the top things I get asked. The search results page is just a SharePoint page. You can see it's been tailored with experts and top presentations. I can go in and edit that. I can add some of our stock web parts to that to tailor the search experience. And of course, you can build your own web parts. Maybe you want to do federation of some custom business application where you understand the search semantics of it best and want to integrate it with the rest of the results. So that's home sites, search. Let's now talk about authoring those pages on your intranet. This next page is in English. You see the contents there. The hero web part that we give you, out-of-box web part, contains English content. I'm going to go switch at the top to Spanish, and all that content's been switched to the Spanish language. We now have multilingual support in the modern experience for SharePoint communication sites. Another, hopefully, applause generator is change tracking. We're going to go into edit mode, pick a version, and you can see highlighted in the page is what's been changed, what's been added, what's been deleted. Another one I love is royalty-free stock photography. We want you to make gorgeous intranets and not worry about whether you're breaking the law or not. So we've licensed tons of great content for PowerPoint and SharePoint, baked it right into our UI so you can build gorgeous sites. And this last thing we're showing on the right is the ability to do page scheduling. So you can decide when a page or news article goes live on your intranet. So yeah, no, you can applaud to that. So again, between home sites and search and authoring, we're trying to make it easier than ever before to maintain a great intranet. That's today's intranet. What about tomorrow's intranet? Well, last year, I went about as far out on the limb as I've gone in my career to announce something that we had kind of just got running, which is SharePoint Spaces. You know, we have this dream that in the future, people will do engaging 3D experiences, but we want to make it available to everybody. And so what we've done is allow end users to create 3D scenes with 3D objects, 2D documents, 360-degree videos, and integrate those in your website. And of course, like lots of 3D, like buying a new car, you can experience it just on the web, but you can also put a headset on and experience it in a more immersive experience. And so we've been working on this for a while in private preview with customers, and you can see the sort of attention to detail we've given the experience. And I'm excited to announce, now that it's public, that Edge will be coming out early next year, including expanded WebGL and WebXR capabilities. We will go to public preview with SharePoint Spaces early next calendar year. So we're really excited to see what you create there. This is something that we think is a key part of the next generation of every intranet. But all this said, I can't tell you how many people I've run into who still think of SharePoint as what they had custom built in 2010 or 2013. And we explain it to them, and we just had to do it faster. So last year, our design team created something called the SharePoint Lookbook. Lookbook's a term used by fashion houses to highlight their product lines. So we created one of these, and it was a massive hit. People loved it. And so this year, Lookbook is back, a new version to take advantage of all the new features. You can provision these sites right in Microsoft 365, so there's no custom work to create these kinds of things. And so go take this to the head of communications, your CEO, lookbook.microsoft.com, and show them how they can be inspired and create these gorgeous new intranets in a fraction of the time. So that's a tour through our intranet experience. Next up, we're going to talk about collaboration, the work we're doing in the Office apps in OneDrive and how it connects to Outlook and Teams and more. And here we're also inspired by some amazing customers. Nestle, we tried to trade them software for chocolate. They wouldn't go for it. And so we went and bought it anyway. And Nestle is one of the customers we love to hear their story because they've balanced empowering their employees for collaboration with OneDrive and Office inside and outside their organization, but giving them more control of that information than perhaps they did on on-premises file servers or with email attachments. So great companies like Nestle have inspired the next set of features we're going to show, including one of my personal key focuses, which is how can we make it easier for everyone, including small businesses and students in schools, to just get started super fast with our Office tools. And for that, we've got office.com. It's been very successful. People have loved the one-stop shopping for all the tools in Microsoft 365. And so we're taking it to the next level. We're going to be introducing theming to office.com. This is just one of the many looks we've got coming out that you'll use to customize your site. Of course, we've integrated Microsoft Search right there with, again, this personalized model, and you can go in and find documents and people. We've got the applications right at the top. At Ignite, announced we're working with AAD to also provision your enterprise applications, things like Concur, an expense tracking app from SAP, right in office.com. We've got recommended documents and now videos and SharePoint news articles. And at the bottom, we've got your documents that you've worked on with the collaboration activities. But then you've got that big, giant plus new document, plus new at the big top. You can't miss it, so you understand how to create content. And here we're showing it's not just our templates, but all of you can create tailored templates for your organization, for Word, Excel, PowerPoint, stored in an authoritative place in SharePoint, so people can create content following your guidelines, again, from this streamlined experience. So that's the new office.com. Let's now transition to the authoring tools behind it, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Over the last couple years at Ignite, we've talked about how we have real-time co-authoring in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint on all 5 platforms: Windows, the Mac, the web, iOS, and Android. And we've really worked hard to get that word out. I'm excited now at Ignite we're going beyond that, to beyond table stakes, to differentiation and document collaboration from what else is out there. And so let me show you 3 things bringing collab and AI into Office. First, let's go into PowerPoint, where we've got those enterprise templates. This is this first one. We can see I've created one, but I've still used sort of fairly dry text layouts. And I can then go into the layout option in PowerPoint and pick up template page layouts using our colors and brand and so forth. But I don't want to do all that work. I'd like to leverage Microsoft's PowerPoint Designer to design billions of slides for me. Well, this now works with your enterprise templates. We'll put this picture on the page, and then we'll automatically generate suggestions, not based on some random templates we've invented, but your enterprise layouts. And then we can go and scroll through those and pick one that looks good. And we'll see this next one here is one that I think does a good job of communicating the agenda in a more engaging way, leveraging our colors and brand. So that's one of many ways we're bringing your data and AI assistance to help people get stuff done, create great content faster than ever before. We'll next go into Microsoft Word. We've been working on the user experience for how people see collaboration inside documents. And we'll go ahead here in a second and show that we've got some changes that people have put inside the document with these little blue dots. It's sort of subtle, but it's easy to find so you can see the edits folks have made and when they made them. I can also go ahead and make comments anchored to the content in the document. This is a new commenting experience across the 3 apps times the 5 platforms where I can @mention people. They'll get a notification that I'm commenting them. And then new at Ignite, we're introducing the ability to assign these comments to a task. And the great thing about this is these tasks are not only tracked inside the authoring apps, so you can embody a business process in a document. These tasks go into the Microsoft Graph. So all the tools in Microsoft 365 that reason over tasks, things like Planner and Teams and To-Do and Outlook, will be able to view those. So in Outlook, you'll see the tasks you've created for yourself, as well as the things that are flowing around created in the Office collaboration tools. So it's another example of where the graph is the source of truth with a tailored experience in different tools. And what happens when you go see this in a phone, this is one of my favorite new features called Replies to App Mentions. Here I'm gonna get that notification on the comment, I'll bring it up, and I see the content that's been commented on right in the body of the mail message. I don't have to switch away. I see the comment, it may be asking for information, and I write within line in Outlook Mobile in a couple of seconds, again, without opening the app and scrolling down to the page and so forth, I can hit return, and I see the email conversation's been updated with the comment I've sent. Super friction-free, but again, the magic of the graph is this goes through Exchange into the graph, SharePoint picks it up and puts it into the document, so somebody looking at Word right on their screen will see, I won't have to do anything, up will pop my response to their comment. So again, working across devices and platforms and experiences to make this more seamless. Last up, Excel. We have real-time co-authoring again, Excel on all platforms. You have to get to Pro Plus to get it on Windows. And here we've got two different people collaborating on the same big spreadsheet. And you see that sort of there. And the first one on the left wants to create their own subset view of that data. And in the past, that would change the view for everybody. In Ignite, we're introducing something called Sheet View, where I can create private views and give them a friendly name so I can switch back and forth between the global view. Yeah, no. And so you can see the Emily's view versus the general view, and I can go back and forth. Sort of indispensable tool for real-time co-authoring. So if anybody is opening files from a file server in Excel and getting locked files, the time is now to show people this is a much, much better way of working. But what about on a phone? So I mentioned we have Word, Excel, and PowerPoint on all the platforms, including the phones. But I don't want to install 3 apps on a phone. I don't have much time. So we're bringing together the Office applications in a streamlined experience, coherent with that Office.com experience on the desktop I showed you, as well as introducing some new mobile-centric actions with the Office app. You heard this introduced earlier, and I'm not going to do the full tour of Word, Excel, PowerPoint on the phone in the interest of time. Instead, I'm going to show one of these new quick mobile-first actions. I'm going to go to the bottom here and create a survey. And this is one press away from Microsoft Forms. I'm going to tell it it's an event survey. Our machine learning in the cloud knows which suggestions we've made to people about questions to ask for events. I'm going to go ahead and accept those. So I didn't have to go type in all the survey questions. I'm leveraging the best practices. And then sure enough, right within the Office app on the phone, I can see those survey results. So I'd encourage people to go out and try the app out today, or as it's coming out to the app stores fairly soon. Again, Word, Excel, PowerPoint with this intelligent recommended view on the phone, as well as a growing set of these mobile-centric actions that use voice and scanning and AI to really give you a practical experience on the go. All right, now let's go from the authoring tools to navigating the content in OneDrive. OneDrive is our hero application for managing all your files in Microsoft 365, as well as we build out of the OneDrive team that shared experience that projects everywhere inside Teams and SharePoint in OneDrive. So there's a common experience for files. I'm going to show you some of my favorite new features we're announcing this week for OneDrive, starting with the web view. And here we'll zoom in and you see the shared libraries wherever they are in Microsoft 365. I get access to those. But here's my favorite feature of all of them, which is the hover card. And you can see in that hover card, not just metadata, but the conversations that are linked to that document in Outlook, in Teams. For my whole career, I've wanted to be able to find all the threads linked to a document and never been able to do it until now. This is something I flew to Norway to ask the FAST team to program into the graph so it would be fast enough so we could do this on hover experience, because that just has to go like that. And so this December, I'm flying to Norway again to thank the team for my favorite new feature in the demo day. So anyway, this will bring to the Office applications in a lot of other places in the future, but it's first in this common files experience. Next up, we're going to go to the desktop. And here I've got a couple of big announcements, literally big announcements. First, in Microsoft 365, we now support 100 gigabyte files. Of course, to make sense of that, you need Delta synchronization. And we've had Delta sync for years of your changed updates programmed into Word, Excel, and PowerPoint between work we did on the server and those apps. The last year or so, we've been working on this Delta sync technology so it applies to all files in Microsoft 365. Zip files, PSTs, you bring it, videos, whatever. In this case, we're showing a 600 or 700 megabyte Photoshop file, and I'm going to take the logo and move it to the lower corner. This is updating just a handful of K in the file, and so I'm going to go ahead and save this image, including all the Photoshop layers and so forth. I'll save it as a JPEG in this case, and it's going to go into the sync client, which I'll bring up in a second, and you'll see that it's just going to sync the deltas, just the bits that have changed, and like that, I've updated a 700 megabyte file from my desktop to the cloud. We are very excited about that one. Let's now transition to mobile. Many of you know iOS 13 came with dark mode. We were right there with crafted dark mode experiences across our applications. OneDrive was near the head of the pack with dark mode in OneDrive. Omar even has a dark mode shirt on if you find him here at the conference. Really excited about that. We'll use that to segue into new PDF capabilities. Big update to this, the ability to edit and sign PDFs in OneDrive and bringing it across the other mobile apps. But our favorite mobile feature is linkage between Outlook and OneDrive. This has not been seamless in the past. Here we've got a common file picker experience that we've done on the desktop and web that we're bringing to mobile. So like that, but went faster than I could talk. I could pick the last file I was working on, and that simple permissioning, do I want people to co-auth, do I want people to forward it, sort of consistent, intuitive experience for file picking, we've integrated so you never have to leave Outlook Mobile. This will save you, I promise. You'll be in meetings all the time and somebody will say, where's that file? And you'll be able to do that in seconds, as opposed to, I'll get back to you when I get back to my desk, and then you'll never send them the file and they'll be mad at you and so forth. All right, so that's work around collaboration. A lot more we're sharing this week. In fact, the next session after me, Ron Pessner and a set of folks from the Office team have a great session on things coming to Office a little later in the day. I'm now going to transition to building business solutions on Microsoft 365, specifically our content creation and storage tools. And from there, what better customer to be inspired by than Kermit and Miss Piggy and the Henson family. We've been working with them very closely on a demo that I will share with you in a couple of minutes, but the idea is that companies like the Henson Group are using our collaboration tools to build business processes in the natural flow of work wherever they are. In their case, they may be on a production set, and there is nobody at the desk, and we need this to work on the go. So I'm going to talk about a couple of new investments that we're announcing here at Ignite around transforming business processes. We're going to talk about the things around the document, how we're linking those document experiences inside teams, and then lastly, things we can do to increase the level of automation inside the documents with a more modern development platform. So let's take a look at the first one of these. This is a SharePoint document library. We're going to go into the focus mode for that. And I can drag and drop the metadata to create custom views. I'm going to go take that status column because it's the most important thing and move it over to the left. But now I want to do color-coded formatting. You used to have to know JSON for this. How many people love to write in JSON? Yeah, a few of you. Most people don't. Most people want a UI like this where they can do conditional formatting, where they just pick things in line and get a gorgeous new experience. They'll go in and create a group by view that's a little bit easier to read for whether things have been approved or not, these promotions, and then highlight a particular document and drag it and drop it from one category, and we will automatically stamp the metadata that you intended to approve the document right there. This next view is a card view. People like card and Kanban views in every single app, so we've added one to SharePoint. But the other thing we've done here is let you have a customized form on that document library, and that's based on Power Apps. And you might say, well, wait, you did that a year or two ago, didn't you? We did it on SharePoint lists. There was some extra work we had to do on documents because, again, documents have magical things associated with them around co-authoring and saving and so forth. So we did that work so you can have custom Power App forms built into rich views like this on document libraries as well as lists in SharePoint. So excited about that one. Now let's transition to how we can bring all this inside Microsoft Teams side by side with your communications. We've, of course, I think hopefully everybody knows that whenever you create a new team in Microsoft Teams, you get the full SharePoint. A couple weeks ago, we announced the native SharePoint document library experience inside Teams. But there's a lot of SharePoint sites out there that are not yet connected into Teams. And we announced last year something called Teamify. We don't really call it that except inside the team, and our branding people tell us not to call that. But that's what we still call it. Well, we've made Teamify better this year. And you'll see I can go in and create a team based on this SharePoint site, add Microsoft Teams, and we've got a few clicks away the ability to define what resources in SharePoint and what pages, including these gorgeous tailored business process views for like this promotion approval card view that I want to pick and show up inside Microsoft Teams. I'll hit create the team. Inside Teams, we've got a couple of these carefully crafted SharePoint pages with all sorts of stuff on them right inside Microsoft Teams. And then I can see side by side this document approval view with the chat conversations, so we can discuss as a team which of these promotions we should approve or not, as opposed to going back and forth between different tools. Instead, we can see it all within Microsoft Teams. And you'll see us continue. It's one thing I want nobody to be confused by. You'll see us continue to invest in gorgeous SharePoint intranets on the web and the phone, but continuing to do more to project that SharePoint experience natively in Teams for one-stop shopping for teamwork. All right, let's next go inside one of the authoring tools. In fact, the most popular programming language ever invented is Microsoft Excel. But it is true, look it up. But VBA, while we continue to support and maintain and enhance it, it's not the language people are learning as they enter the workforce. And so we wanted to both modernize how people program Office, but also connect it to more industrial strength workflows. So we're excited to announce this week Office Script, starting with Excel Inline. And here I'm going to take a promotion spreadsheet and create a business process around it. I'll duplicate the template. I will give it a name for the new promotion that we're creating. I'll say OK there. And then I'm going to fill out some of the aspects of this promotion, like when it runs from, what the discount rates available in the promotion. And you'll see on the right, following along in mostly English, we've got the macro steps that we're recording. But unlike in the past, this is now JavaScript under the covers, calling the cross-platform JavaScript object model within the Office apps. So when I go create a new promotion, and here I'm doing it in a streamlined way in Microsoft Forms, that Microsoft Forms is going to inject the data into the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet will run that new Office script. Then we, with Power Automate, have a Microsoft flow that copies the file to SharePoint and then does a notification in Teams. So we're combining the client side and service side orchestration into a common workflow. And I can even go in and do more with custom JavaScript. In the interest of time, I didn't show it here, but what we've done is edited the JavaScript that if the promotion is causing a gross margin that's below our threshold, let's @mention somebody, one of those @mentions I showed earlier, so we get a comment back about, are they really sure that this promotion wants to drive our gross margins down, or maybe that's not such a good career move for you to do with this particular campaign. So then again, that is how we're bringing both automation of Office content into overall business processes, and then being able to link it inside Teams and extend it with Power Platform. So a lot more in the drill down sessions on that. I wanted to talk about what we're doing for professional development. We do see the data and experience in Office 365 increasingly is the pace where people will build these collaborative applications. And to support that, a few years ago, we introduced the Microsoft Graph, a common REST API to all the data. And then we followed that up with something called the SharePoint Framework, a modern client-side programming environment that you could use to build parts and other customizations of SharePoint. But our ambition in the SharePoint team was bigger than that. We have brought the SharePoint Framework inside Microsoft Teams to create new tabs and customize teams. And in Ignite, we're announcing we're bringing it to let you create Office add-ins in all the Office apps. And so we're really excited about the potential expansion of the SharePoint Framework. At some point, our marketing team might change or tweak its name. That's not this event, but you should think of it as enabling more customization than just SharePoint. And then the new plumbing for it is called the Fluid Framework. You saw Satya and maybe Jared Spataro demo this real-time, high-performance data structure for heterogeneous collaboration across our canvases that you can use the SharePoint Framework to build and integrate in those canvases. So to bring up experience of what that looks like, I've got 4 different apps, PowerPoint, a SharePoint page, the Fluid Preview canvas that you may have seen earlier today, and Outlook, all containing the same part, created with the SharePoint Framework, speaking the Fluid real-time protocol against native SharePoint storage for heterogeneous collaboration across our canvases. We think this is going to be great for end users, but also super powerful for developers extending our platform as well. So really excited to see the things that you do on top of the Fluid Framework. All right. Fluid, by the way, is going to preview for end users now and in a few weeks for developers. Last section, security and compliance. As you've heard us talk about for the last few years, we want to make sure Microsoft 365 is the best place to put your data, not just because we've got great data centers and audits and encryption and rigorous operational procedures so nobody can touch or see your data, but also so that you get better insights and compliance and governance controls than you ever had in the on-premises world. And so I'm going to show a couple of new features we're announcing at Ignite this week. There's a whole bunch more we're doing. And the 2 I'll highlight here are labels and information barriers. So let's look at labels first. These are sensitivity labels. I'll go ahead and highlight that. And we have 4 labels in our organization: general, confidential, top secret. And each of those labels is associated with a set of policies. They could be policies for marking up content, or policies for restricting access to the service, in this case, preventing an unmanaged device from getting access to them. And then you can apply that label with the associated policies on containers like a Microsoft team. So let's call the investment bankers team confidential. And you can see in the upper right-hand corner, we've labeled this team confidential. That inherits down to SharePoint. If you wanted to, you could have more granular labels on individual files. We're not going to do that here in the interest of time. And so great flexibility of policies grouped in labels. But people don't apply those very consistently. So at Ignite, we're announcing auto-labeling, the ability to create rules that automatically label content in your organization. So here we've got, if you've got social security numbers coming up a bunch in the file, our credit card numbers, to suggest a label. So I'll go into Word, create a new document. It suggests to me to apply this confidential label. I'll go ahead and say, apply the sensitivity. You see the watermark, the label policy is applied to it, and at the bottom of Word, it's got confidential. If we go to the SharePoint document library, you see we've got a metadata column for sensitivity, and you can see those labels right there. So again, that was a quick tour, but policies are grouped into labels. They can apply to containers and objects, and humans can come up with those labels, but we also are announcing this week that we will be supporting auto-labeling. Yeah. Are there any investment bankers in the room? Or anybody works at an investment bank or financial services? Well, this next, oh, there you go. This next feature is for you as well as people that work in other highly regulated industries. Information barriers. So in this case, we're creating in our organization 2 segments who we want to restrict their ability to communicate. Investment bankers and advisors. Investment bankers are working on deals that can't leak. So we've got this segment defined. Investment bankers are New Yorkers and a couple other guys in this demo. And we're going to set a policy that says the investment bankers are blocked from talking to the investment advisors so that deals aren't disclosed. So here we go into SharePoint, go to share this document with my buddy Jeff, who's another investment banker, and I can't see that. I can see Jeff there. But if I try to share with Nikita, Nikita doesn't even show up because she's an advisor. Same thing inside Microsoft Teams. It creates an information barrier so we don't even know about each other's existence. So that's 2 great features. We're going to show some more real quick here. New migration, new admin experience inside SharePoint. One of the most requested features, the ability to change the root site of your SharePoint tenant. Here's an old one. Oh my God, at one point I built that thing. We've got a much better one that we've designed, as you saw earlier. We want to help you go in automatically, change the root site, say okay to that. We'll go do that now. And then we will go see that the new root site is that gorgeous new SharePoint home site that we've created without much work. Well, we have a lot of things like that in the admin UI for everyday tasks. The next up is managing permissions. You can see in this UI, I can create all sorts of filters and groups, so I can apply different admin tasks more conveniently. In this one, I'm just going to select a single site called Benefits. I'll go in and right from within the admin console, be able to edit the site administrators and members and owners right then and there and switch back to the rest of my work. So one of many, many things we're bringing to the admin experience, but one that's probably been most requested is a modern term store experience. Oh my God. In case anybody ever says people don't like metadata, the people here love metadata. We've designed this experience in conjunction with Project Cortex because this notion of managing metadata is really important. So here we're managing the geography of sites in my organization, and I can see the synonyms and people, but we're also giving you analytics on the metadata, including which terms are used and synonyms and experts, just a ton more. SharePoint loves metadata. AI helps make metadata easier, and so you're going to see a lot more from us here. Next up, migration. Hundreds of petabytes are moving to Microsoft 365 with our first-party and third-party migration tools. Here we're showing a new orchestration feature we're doing, where if I've got so much file server data to move to the cloud, I want to spread it across multiple machines, multiple clients, and have multiple tasks run on those machines and distribute them so I can migrate this unattended. And you can see we've got a lot of granular controls as we go in and click through on this, that we've got the ability to set particular, there we go. Anyway, I had a demo glitch. Good thing, the last glitch, the only glitch I had was on the last video. That's well-timed. So anyway, the idea is we'll orchestrate large-scale migration of file server content to the cloud. It complements the on-premises SharePoint migration tool that we have. That will plug into the orchestration environment next year. But we've also needed to support migration from other cloud services. So 2 weeks ago, I announced the acquisition of Mover, a fabulous company. We welcome Eric and Mark and their team to Microsoft. They do migration from other cloud services, so Google Drive and Dropbox, and increasingly we're seeing a ton of Box customers interested in moving to Microsoft 365. I'm excited to announce today this is free. So like our existing migration tools, anybody can use it. Initially in North America, we're doing the work to bring it to other data centers next year. We'll keep you posted. We're working hard on this. And again, it complements our on-prem tools and those built by partners. So go Mover. The SharePoint team has now got an Edmonton, Canada office. I'm excited about that. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. We showed you a ton of fundamentals, Delta Sync, home site rename, to things that are more innovative, things like Project Cortex with AI, Fluid Framework, and SharePoint Spaces. Ton more in the sessions this week. Again, I'll put up and leave up some of the top sessions we're doing. The one at the bottom, Content Services, that's secret code for Project Cortex, so you didn't figure it out when you read the program. We'd love to see you in the booth if you're here in person. Either way, if you haven't gotten enough SharePoint, OneDrive, and Office by the end of the week, we're going to go home and work on more. So we'd love to see you in Vegas in May for the SharePoint Conference 2020. Thank you again for helping us to get to 100 million users. Let's go get the next level of innovation out to you and your users. Thank you and enjoy Ignite.